First, we want to know what is construction technology. Construction technology is referred to the collection of innovative tools, machinery, modification, and software. It used during the construction of the project that enables advancement in field construction methods, including semi-automate and automate construction equipment. Next, we go to the project cycle. We have 5 project cycle. First project cycle is initiating phase. It consists of 2 separate processes, which is the project charter and stakeholder register. Next, determine the vision for your project. Document what you hope to accomplish through a business case. Secure approval from a senior stakeholder. The key components of the project charter include business case, project scope, deliverables, resources needed, milestone and timeline, cost estimate, risk and issue, and dependencies. Then, taking the time to get your goals and objectives clearly defined will mean the project will be easier to work on. Everyone will be able to discuss their own suggestions or concerns. Budget and cost can be agreed and also signed off upfront. Having this initiating phase is very important, not only for the project but for all the teams involved to have their say on what is needed for the project. The second project cycle is planning phase. First thing to do is outline and define the reason of the project. Must to find what the project needs to achieve, such as what exactly we going to do, how we going to do it, when we going to do it, how will we know when we done. Needs to work with a team to put the infrastructure in place and delegate certain tasks. This plan should include project management plan, project scope, work breakdown, structure, resource plan, and budget estimation. The third of project cycle is executing phase. It is involved the following vital parts. First, team development. Second, quality assurance. Third, client management. Fourth, stakeholder engagement. And lastly, communications. Most of the budget is allocated and most of the project deliverables are produced. If they take their project plan and put it into action, whether that takes weeks, months, or even years, it's called as managing team effectively while orchestrating timeline expectation and reaching benchmark goals. Communication is very important during that time because there will be times where the clients or stakeholders will want to updates and progress report. Furthermore, in project cycle, we have monitoring and controlling phase. It to make sure that we can keep an eye on the overall progress of the project as well as individual aspects. We'll always need to stay vigilant and keep up to speed with tracking and reporting with the team, so we're aware of any potential problems before they get out of hand. It is also worth having another member to the project team or one from each department to act as another quality controller or reporter. They can help the workers keep track of everything in their teams and have regular meetings to update on all aspects so everyone is keep on track. The last of project cycle is closing phase. It is more than simply checking off the project as done and closing the project down. it essential to formally close the project and secure a sign-off or approval from the customer, stakeholder, and project sponsor if have it. This process might include delivering the project, achieving project records, officially disbanding or releasing the team, hosting a post-mortem meeting, and celebrating or acknowledging the achievement. What activity involved during the construction project? Let's know about it. First, we have marking and grading. Involve marking the area of the plot for reference. This helps the workers to always be able to orient themselves in terms of their workplace. Grading helps to ensure that buildings are even last long and maintain maximum support. There may be particular circumstances when something is being constructed that would require a slight incline or decline to the base surface. The incline is exactly the correct angle, and it is a matter of safety and plays a major role in construction management. Last, grading use bit machine to help ensure the space is level or that it is at the appropriate angle that it is supposed to be. Next is excavation, a fairly broad term. There are several different types of construction activities in excavation. The term involves moving earth or rocks out of a certain area to prepare it for construction. This includes basement excavation, which dig the earth out to prepare for a basement to be built. It includes mud, rock, and topsoil excavation, all of which include removing the substance from the workspace. Concreting. The process of pouring concrete is another major activity in construction. It is often used for the base of buildings, for roads, for bridges, pipes, and many other applications. Concrete is easy to make in large quantities, and it changes state so that it's easy to work with and manipulate. Carpentry. Many people used to know about one of the first activities is carpentry. This is the general cutting and installation of materials that will be used for the construction of a structure. Carpentry used to be a word that described individuals working with wood specifically, but now carpentry means working with several different materials. Brickmasonry. Brick have been used in construction for decades and are still often today as a highly efficient material. Brickmasons lay the bricks, ensuring that they are laid in a way that is structurally sound. Example, laying each brick one on top of the other allows for cracks to go all along the entire wall. If the bricks are offset, as you will often see, it makes severe cracking of the mortar less likely. Plumbing. It's in structures that require plumbing. There are specific plumbing activities that must occur to ensure they will function properly. This includes putting in piping and fixtures for incoming potable water and outgoing waste. Welding, the activity of attaching two metals together using heat and a crucial action in construction used to bind metals, especially for structural purpose. There are different types of welding which can be used for different types of metals and different conditions. All welding is extremely skilled and can be difficult to master. Is it also dangerous? So it is important that construction companies have strict safety guidelines. Electrical individuals working as electricians on a construction products are responsible for ensuring that the structure will ultimately have full access to electricity from the transformers provided by the electrical company, which is located close to the building. There are several steps that go into the installation of electricity is built, including temporary electrical needs, a rough installation, and finally the real installation, which will be used. Roof laying. This is an important construction activity for ensuring the protection of a structure from the elements and can help provide stability for the structure. There are different methods used for roofing. Shingles are common for residential roof, but there are also metal, polycarbonate, and steel roof, as well as many other which are used for different purposes. Glazing. The activity is basically anything to do with glass windows and doors in a construction project. The term is used broadly to refer the installation of pretty much any glass involved in the construction of a particular structure. Lastly is finishing. Finishing in construction means putting on the final touch of a structure in order to prepare it to be used. This includes, but is not limited to, activities like glazing, flooring, painting, wallpapering, and plastering. It is most often about final aesthetic touch and slightly less about safety and function, although all finishing activities are a crucial part of a final construction project. Next, we go to the key player in construction. First, we have owner. The role of owner is define the scopes of the project, provide the finance, recognize the needs and initiate the project, select the designs and construction professional, decide when the project begins. Common motive of owner is good design, save money, and finish quickly. Next is architect or engineers. The role of architect or engineer is transform the wish of the owner into plans and specifications. Give first a conceptual estimate, then a preliminary design, later a semi-detailed design, and then final detailed drawing. Specs may be responsible for bid administration and contract negotiation, responsible for interpretation of plans and inspection and approval of progress payments during construction. Common motive is recognition and happy client. General contractor. The role general contractor is construction professional who transform A or E's plans and specification into physical structure. Sign a contract with the owner accepting responsibility to complete the project according to plan and specs within a specific time and for an agreed price. Organize the manpower, materials, equipment to implement the project. Coordinates the work of contractors, suppliers, and craftsmen. Common motive: make money, finish quickly, and happy client. Suppliers. The supplier may be viewed as another form of subcontractor. Supplier may be engaged by both general contractors and subcontractors. The role is responsible for providing equipment and materials. Common motive: make money, finish quickly, and happy client. Consultant. The general contractor may hire consultant not available in his organization. These are surveys, accountant, claims specialists, attorneys, scheduling, technical specialists. Next, we go project planning and controlling. Project planning. Plan is made and strategies are set, taking into consideration the company policies, procedure, and rules. Planning provided the direction and applying framework performance standard and helps to reveal future opportunities and threats. In planning, the following steps are followed. The objective of the project in definite words, goals and stage intermediate to attaining the final target, forecast and means of achieving goals and activities, organization, resources, financial, managerial, and operational to carry out activities and determine what is feasible and what is not. Alternative: individual course of action that will allow accomplishing goals. For consistency with company policies. An alternative which is not only consistent with its goals and concept but also one that can be accomplished with the evaluate resources, decision on plan. In project planning, that have forward planning. Planner starts from the initial events and builds up the event and activities logically and sequentially until the end event is reached. What event comes next? What are dependent events? What events can take place currently is backward planning. The planner starts with the event and arrange the events and activity until the initial event is reached. The planner asks himself, if we want to achieve this, what events or activities should have taken place? Of both forward planning and backward planning. At any stage, the planner may need to traverse the network back and forth several times until it is found to be satisfactory. Questions of the planners. What events or events must be completed before the particular event can start? What event or event follows this? What activity can be accomplished simultaneously? Next, we go to the project controlling. The phase is carried during the execution of the project. The difference between the scheduled performance and actual performance are reviewed once the project starts. Project control is established to determine the deviation from the basic plan to determine the precise effect of these deviations on the plan and to replan and residue to compensate for the deviations. Controlling the following steps are followed. The standard and target are established and targets are generally exposed in terms of time. Performance is measured against the standard set down in the first step. The deviation from the standard are identified. Last is a successful construction. First, we go to the implement continuous planning. Construction managers should start planning long before a project begins and continue to revise and develop the plan until the project ends. The design, pre-construction, and procurement stage of each construction project require immense planning, and each may need to revise as next phase begins. If we have experienced unexpected environmental problems during the pre-construction phase, design change may be necessary. Slight adjustment can be affect the whole plan and timeline. Second is build an effective communication flow. Communication is crucial in every phase of any construction project. Building an effective communication flow will facilitate coordination between all parties. Transparent communication will make the process smoother and reduce the number of emails and phone calls whenever there is an issue. Using a centralized communication system for create an event. By synchronizing comments, photo, documents, and calendars in one location, we can monitor, update costs, and scheduling change as they are. A centralized platform also allows you to submit any change to the website in real time through instant alerts, automated actions, and easy to visual dashboard, thus realizing automated construction project management. As a result, this will give us more time to arrange and coordinate the next stage of work. Re-evaluate your workflow. The purpose of construction project management is to ensure that the project is complete on time, within budget, and reach the target. Even if the project runs well, we can still have to evaluate it. There might be better ways to manage the project or overcome issues. The best way to have a successful construction project is to continually evaluate the way you manage it. Use automated construction project management solution. No construction manager has the time to answer every email that comes in, send reports to stakeholders manually, or answer questions from each party related to the budget and progress by phone. Construction project management will run efficiently without an automated system. An automated system allows us to save time and effort managing each project. Last but not least is control costs of construction project in the smarter way. The permit, wage, materials, and equipment are required for projects are often exchanged between multiple financial sources and vendors. From the initial bidding process to the closing of a project, construction managers are responsible for tracking and monitoring all costs, especially those related to the initial budget.